Like most people in the state of Victoria, we were ready to say goodbye to winter. The weather has been getting warmer and we were excited to not need a million layers while sleeping.
It is ice, bro.
So we picked a quaint little town in Victoria that we've only ever passed through. We packed our spring gear and we hit the road. Today is the day. Then we had an unexpected someone tag along for the ride. And that someone is Winter. The rain feels like it's ice. If you've caught part 1, then I don't need to tell you that our trip hasn't had the best start.
This road is closed.
The shelf in the kitchen has come down.
Turn off to the 4-wheel drive track was all covered in mud. $30.
Nothing has worked out today. But we're feeling optimistic, and I think this is a great opportunity to share the reality of road trips and how sometimes, a lot of the times, they don't go to plan, and it really is how you handle it that can make or break your trip. So, welcome to day 2 of the weekend where nothing went to plan. It's so cold.
Welcome back to Marysville. It's still freezing and it's still raining. This is 3 days on a budget in Marysville. We are standing in one of the campsites that we were meant to camp in on night number 1. This is the car park that we were considering sleeping in. I do not like it at all. It has been such a windy weekend. There is such big trees just blowing all over the place. And the entire floor of the car park is just covered with big, thick branches that have fallen off those trees. Maybe that means that they've had a good shaking already and all the weak branches have already fallen off, but I don't trust it to stay here for the night. The entire campsite is full of just deadfall, which is broken branches.
The tree is menacing right above us.
So we decided to spend the night nice and warm at a caravan park. If you missed that, go and check it out in episode 1. Today, we are picking up right where we left off. It is still rainy. We have a lot to do, and we are trying to figure out if we can actually go and tackle these lookouts on their wet 4-wheel drive tracks.
Hopefully some of the activities on our to-do list are 2-wheel drive. We won't know until we get there, really. But of course, we will try and share all the ups and downs of today with you. But it is so cold, and I don't know if you caught the other episode, but we were not prepared for this weather. It was supposed to be spring. Today is the first day of spring. I don't have a puffer jacket. He doesn't have a puffer jacket. He does have this vest, and I'm about to steal it off of him. But we're cold out here, and it's not spring.
So on the to-do list for today is a couple of lookouts, a couple of nice walking trails, maybe if I've got the cojones for it, a cold plunge, and Jamie really wants another pie.
I know, but I think I'll wait till tomorrow, maybe. I'm getting another pie. So our morning is starting off very interestingly. We are driving up this road to go to a waterfall. It's a very windy road with like a lot of bends and like blind turns. And there's just these giant turkeys with very long tails just running across the road. How does that make you feel, Douglas?
Oh, great. Absolutely great. This wet road that's covered in debris.
Yeah. So we'll see if I can actually capture one on camera.
They're quick.
They're so quick, but their tails, they look like tails like a peacock. Like they're so long. They look so different from American turkeys. Like, are they peacocks? Are there wild peacocks here? They weren't peacocks? Colorful.
No, but I don't think the female peacock has a colorful tail plumage.
Right.
So maybe they're peacocks.
Peacocks in Victoria? I need to Google this.
I don't know. Something is up in these mountains with either a peacock-turkey hybrid.
It's a peacock-turkey hybrid that we are trying to avoid, but they're just darting across.
If I hit one, I'll hold it up on camera so you guys can see.
Oh my god! We were so committed to making the most of this trip despite the weather that we kind of just kept powering through. And I mean, it's not like we didn't know that there were things to look out for with conditions like this. The high winds, fallen trees, and slippery roads, and the list goes on. And we were being cautious of those things. Maybe a little bit too much, because there was something on that list that we should have put a little bit more consideration into.
Thought we were in the clear. We have confirmed leeches.
I'm shaking. I just finished eating my sandwich and then it was on my jumper. And the sad part is that we wouldn't realize it until after this walk, when it was too late.
We have just arrived here at Cumberland Falls and Cumberland Falls Walk. Now, there are 2 walks here. One of them takes you over to the waterfall, which is across the road. The other one takes you to something which is called the Big Tree. And considering where we are and how big the trees are, it must be a bloody big tree. Unfortunately, the walk over to the waterfalls is closed.
Cumberland Falls.
Cumberland Walk.
In Cumberland Falls.
Oh, okay. Cumberland Walk to Cumberland Falls, that is closed because of a bloody big tree has fallen on the track. However, the other walk to go see the biggest tree is open. So we're going to go and have a look at just a cracker of a tree.
One of the good things about weather like this means that we have the whole car park to ourselves, but it's cold out, it's rainy, it's windy, and I hope that this tree is worth it. And if you're wondering what Cumberland Falls is supposed to look like, here's a photo. So hopefully one day you can go see it because we won't be seeing it today.
This is a creepy little walk.
Oh,
the forest comes right into the walking trail, like over the edges. We were just thinking about how cold it is and how much of a fight spring seems to be putting up. I think we completely forgot that we're in an alpine region. Like, it only just finished snowing here. So, obviously it's cold, guys. Oh, man.
This is like rainforest vibes.
Dude, look how tight the walk is. Oh, there are broken trees everywhere here.
I don't feel safe.
No, we're okay. Big broken trees.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
We're here in a clearing in the middle of the walk. I love this clearing so much. There was a bloke that lived out here called the Hermit of Cumberland. This guy moved out here and stayed out here in a wooden hut until he was 81 years old and eventually died. There was a point where the governor of the town came out to visit the big tree, which we are going to go check out. And the Hermit of Cumberland went and showed him around. The governor went, wow, that is a great tree. How long has it been here? And the hermit went, bug it if I know, mate. It was here well before I was. That's why this clearing is still here. And the idea of just moving out to the woods, building yourself a little cabin and panning for gold until the day you die, it's so like quaint and romantic. Like, it's such a nice little like, I'm out of here, mate. I'm going into the woods.
All right, but where the heck is this big tree? Is this like just where it was? Governor of Victoria was here in this very spot to see the big tree. So now we have to continue on.
We've walked about 500 meters down. Still no sign of this extraordinarily big tree. Why the hell did the governor of Victoria come all the way out here? This must be a hell of a tree when we get to it.
I don't know, man. Maybe we're just cranky from the weather. Ooh.
Could be just cranky pants. Oh, another fallen tree. Jamie's new boots are getting some action.
Slipping and sliding. Oh, there's a bridge and a little stream. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we're trying to keep the camera dry with this umbrella and the wind is picking up and you can just see these giant trees swaying. There's so many fallen trees. It's very muddy, even with my new boots. It's a bit scary out here. I don't know if I would do this again in this weather, to be honest. Yeah, like the drive is two-wheel drive accessible to pull in and park, but this weather, not the smartest thing we've done. And we still haven't reached this tree. I feel like we've been walking for a while. Is that it? I know, they're huge. Holy moly. I feel like there should be a sign when we get to it.
We have made it finally through the cold and the rain to the very, very, very big tree. And this was once regarded as Australia's tallest tree. No wonder the governor of Victoria wanted to come out here and have a look at it. And it is bloody big. The problem is we're in a forest surrounded by bloody big trees, so by the time you get to it, I'm not going to use the word underwhelming, but it's a big tree in a field full of big trees. But this was Australia's tallest tree, or believed to be, at 92 meters big, 92 meters high. But unfortunately, during a severe windstorm in the year 1959, the top of the tree snapped off. Yes, that's why it's not the tallest tree anymore. So the tallest tree in Australia is in the Styx Valley in Tasmania, which comes in at 96 meters.
Wow.
So this tree has to regrow and hopefully that tree snaps for this one to get its wind back. But it measured in, Victoria will prevail again. So this tree is now standing at 87 meters as of 2011, chasing the tail of the 96-meter tree in Tasmania. However, these trees are some of the fastest growing trees in the country. So it's got a better chance of catching up to the one in Tasmania, as long as these winds don't befell it again. So there you are, guys. Australia's second or third tallest big tree. It's a bloody big tree, mate. This walk is 100% worth it. Do remember, unlike we did, that we are in the Victorian Alpine region, so it gets cold. Pack more than just a thin hoodie. But if you wear the right boots, which Jamie has, and you wear a nice puffer jacket, honestly, this walk is 100% worth it in any weather. We're here in rain and wind, and if anything, it kind of makes it more magical. Like, it adds an element of danger and magic to it being in a rainforest covered in rain. Jamie's giving me a weird look, like she doesn't agree with me.
Yeah, because I don't want you telling people to come in here and someone gets a tree falling on them.
Oh, so. Well, fair enough. So Jamie's big concern is, don't come in here and have a tree fall on you. 100% fair. Like, you are in a rainforest with 100-year-old trees blowing in the wind, and they clearly snap and fall on the ground everywhere. So user caution is advised, but rug up, be smart. If it was any windier than this, I would not enter this forest. It is very dangerous. When we got here, there was no wind, and there has been breezes gusting through. So I'm pretty happy that we're going to see this tree and get out of here now. But don't come on here. Don't come in here on like a 30-kilometer wind day. Don't do that. Oh, this is Australia's biggest tree,
this.
mate.
This big tree. Wow.
Is this camera even pointing at us? Because we made it to the big bloody tree.
Wow.
I said, wow, what a tree.
Oh my god, my heart's going so fast.
We're walking back to the van. The weather is getting worse. And this turkey just comes screaming out of the bush, running across. And by screaming, I mean screaming. They screech. I grabbed the tripod like I was about to clobber the thing. I just didn't know what it was, and it just came screaming along.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh, man.
That was so scary. Oh my god. We gotta get back to the van.
Do you know turkeys scream when they run? I didn't.
He's ready. Stan! Don't ever let us leave you again.
I'll never leave you.
On to the next spot. We are muddy. Oh boy.
Poor George didn't have sandwiches. When we were walking through that rainforest track, I was a little bit worried about something. I kept checking my shoes.
You didn't give me a heads up?
I didn't see any anywhere, so I thought we were in the clear. We have confirmed leeches.
I'm shaking. I just finished eating my sandwich and then it was on my jumper. It's on my coffee cup.
It's on the coffee cup. We have a leech. We have picked up one leech. He's dropped off. I'm now going to check Jamie for leeches. Not in this area, because there is a leech here. So I want you to come out over here. Actually, onto the concrete, and I'll check you for leeches.
Doug, I'm freaking out. Doug, I am not okay. Okay. Oh my god!
We have a leech.
A second leech. Oh my god, I'm not okay. I'm not okay, and I don't.
Oh.
Doug, there's more? Oh my god, my boots are covered.
A lot.
Shit, I need my gongs. Doug, help me,
I'm
please. This is my worst nightmare. One of them. How many are there?
There's one there, there's one there, there's one there.
Oh my god, there's more. I got one off. They're so little. That one that was on me was big though.
Yeah.
Dude, they were all over this joint.
Yeah.
And I know someone out there is gonna be like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal, it's just leeches. But okay, it's not that big of a deal to you, okay? I don't like leeches trying to suck my blood, all right?
I repeat, we have confirmed leeches.
We are under a leech attack right now. We are currently under attack. We can't leave without my coffee cup over there. Check the bottom. I'm so traumatized. It's on there?
It's on the bottom.
You weren't even gonna check the bottom, were you? Doug. That mother trucker. There he is in all his glory. We are just sitting in the middle of this car park. Doug is putting all of the leech wipes in a bag because there's no bins here. And we have to take the bag with us, which is not ideal.
Double bag. I hate that I'm in thongs in the area that we've wiped leeches off.
Yeah, all the leeches we threw in that area where he's standing. So, like that big one we just threw right here. Oh my goodness. I can't feel my hands, you guys. I'm still freaked out. I obviously don't do well with this kind of stuff. Obviously, I know there's people out there, oh, it's just a leech, it's just a leech. It's not gonna hurt you, but I don't like it, okay? And that's me. You might be different, but I'm not you. So, I just feel like they're everywhere, you know what I mean? I feel like they're all over me. I don't feel safe right now. Our valuable blood. I already have low iron, okay, mate? Can't be sharing my blood. I'm not gonna lie, that has actually killed my mood for the adventure for today. I know this. I just like those people in the back of my head that leave the comments like, it's just a leech. You need humanity training. You need training in humanity.
Those people were so funny.
It's just a leech. Well, I don't like leeches. Okay.
You need humanity training. That was a half hour.
Yeah, that was a good half hour of de-leeching the van. I'm done with walking trails today. I'm done. Just lookouts and beer. Go get a cottage pie.
Goodbye, leech pit.
We were just covered in leeches. What is my life? Camping in Victoria in the wet season? It ain't for me. It ain't for me. This road is so wild, like it's windy, there's so much fallen tree branches. It's like barely been cleaned up by Vic Park. I really don't know what we're doing out here. We have no right being out here. We're looking for a waterfall, but I don't know if it's worth it. It was not like that before. Oh. You guys, we've done something to our camera lens. I think too much water got exposed.
Camera's working. It looked like there was just some water and some condensation going on. We were driving up a mountain to look for this waterfall. The temperatures were dropping. It was playing with the lens. But we're back down the bottom of the mountain. We have tried to find 2 waterfalls today. So far, we have found none. I don't know if you remember this, but we did an episode called Chasing Waterfalls, where Google Maps would take us to this point on Google Maps. It would say the waterfall was there, and there was nothing in sight. It was very similar like that today. So we've decided to come back down the mountain, reevaluate. We are going to try and tackle some more sites. Now that we have gotten down the mountain, warmed up, de-leeched ourselves, it hasn't stopped raining at all today. With how much we've been driving around, we have seen nothing but fallen trees everywhere. I mean, around every corner there seems to be another fallen tree. So we were seriously considering just pulling the pin on this entire thing because everything is covered in rain, and with the wind that is coming through here, there's a lot of deadfall as well. So we're not sure just how safe the free camping sites are going to be. However, the Marysville Holiday Park was so good to stay in episode 1. We are going to push on and keep looking for sightseeing locations around Marysville, but stay in the Marysville Holiday Park for the rest of this series. So that has become our home base. So now we have somewhere safe to get back to at the end of the night. That's going to make us feel a lot better as we go out there adventuring, looking for the next thing to tackle. So we'll see how the second half of the day goes. A bag of leeches.
We are here in Gallipoli Park in the middle of Marysville. You can see the mountain ranges in front of me with the fog. It is very cold and rainy, but when the rain stops and you just get these little bits of like peaceful fog, it's actually really nice. We've come to this park before when we passed through Marysville, if you saw our Yarra Ranges videos, and we didn't realize until right before we were leaving that this Gallipoli Park is actually so big. So I really wanted to explore it a little bit more today. I don't know how much time we have after this whole morning of madness, but we're going to make a tea in the park and just kind of reset, because the whole fiasco on the mountain, getting down the mountain, like my nerves were shot. And so try to like mentally reset. Oh, here comes the rain again. It's just like constant readjusting. Like when we say that we were about to pull the pin, we were really about to pull the pin, especially when the camera was acting up. I'm at my breaking point, okay? I was covered in leeches only like an hour ago. I still don't feel safe. Now we are off to see what the afternoon holds for some adventures in nature. If all else fails and these roads let us down and more leeches, we're gonna end up at the pub. I know it. It's not gonna take much to convince Doug to go to a pub to end this day. So let's just hope that we can see something. I wanted to see a waterfall today. I want to see some beautiful views. I want to see something pretty. My eyes are hungry for beautiful scenery. So let's see what we can scrape up today. You gotta come to this park if you're in Marysville. It is so quaint. It's so cute. I love it. And across the street from it is a lolly shop. It says an old-fashioned lolly shop. You already know we are going to go in there before we leave Marysville. 6 times the lethal doses. The van's gonna get a bit gassy tonight.
Unless it'll be warm.
And get another pie. I might have my own little agenda going on here, but it's fine. We'll convince Doug somehow. I forgot to mention, what I do love about Gallipoli Park is that there's a couple of like gazebo places like where we were that are undercover, so even if it is raining, you have some cover. You can come set up lunch like we did. We got some teas and coffee ready. There's a water fountain as well. There's a toilet block, so it's a nice little place to come and like do a little bit of a reset. So Doug just went over to fill up his water bottle and the water fountain is actually out of order. And then someone else came over with 2 water bottles. Like, oh, do you guys need water? I have a bunch in the back of my car. That was so nice. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. That was so sweet. You see, guys, this day's already turning around. It's already turned around. Turn that frown upside down. Let this be your reminder that if you are having a bit of a crappy day, that it can turn around. Maybe not today, but there will be something good that happens. It's a lot harder to look for the good things when things are going crappy, but I promise you they are there. They are sprinkled throughout the day. Throughout the crappiness, there are good things happening in your life. Whether or not it's just this message right here, this positivity on your screen. Anyway, I hope that your day gets better if you're having a crappy day, because I also was having a crappy day. But now I'm choosing to turn that frown upside down and I'm going back up another mountain.
Just make a hot tea and reset.
Yeah, hot tea, a little reset. Know you are loved and you can do hard things. All right, Jamie, over and out.
Well, that's the rest of our afternoon done. I'm so sorry. We went, grabbed a coffee and thought, let's just reset. We got 3 more things on our lookout list, on our list of things to do around Marysville. Only 3 more things. They're on the other side of the mountain. Let's go check them out. You know, it can't be that bad. They're all up this road. They are 1, 2, 3, all up this road. And this road is closed. To the pub, we're going to the pub. So as we were going back to Marysville, we did notice there was one area of note, and it's this area. It's called the Taggart River Picnic Area. It's got a fire pit, it's got park benches, it's got a lovely little access to the river right there. In fact, it's deep enough for a cold plunge. And today is one of those days where I need some quick endorphins. It is 11 degrees right now, up in the Alpine region. With the wind, it's, swear to God, it feels like 3 degrees. If you want to support the channel, leaving a like is a free way to do it. Subscribe, and you know, a super thanks goes a long way as well.
I'm like already feeling for you. My whole body got goosebumps. Go Doug, go Doug, go Doug.
Taggart River!
I can see your breath. Holy shit.
3, 2, 1. Oh, Jesus. Oh! Woo! Woo! All right, that'll do.
Come get on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, I'm going to the pub.
Hit the like button for Doug, guys, because I'm not going in there. No. I already can't feel my fingers. I have low iron. There is no way. Oh, and now it's really starting to rain. Now the real rain's coming. Come on, get in the car. Get warm.
That is so warm and meaty, and after swimming in the river, my feet are still cold from that river. That is exactly what I needed. Oh.
A hot chip after a long day, nothing beats it.
No leeches on that.
We just went to dinner and now we're back at the caravan park, and the code that we had when we booked yesterday isn't working. So hopefully there's someone at reception because it's past 5. And we'll see if we can get it. Is there a number we can call?
This is emergency only.
What are we supposed to do?
Well, as you can tell, it is late at night now. We ended up going over to Elevation, the awesome little restaurant at the end of the Marysville Strip. Really great food there. We ended up having a pizza, a parma, a couple of drinks, and we just decided after that it was time to head back to the camp since the sun has gone completely down. So we're gonna buckle in for the night. It has literally rained all day long. It is raining right now while we are outside talking. We're gonna smash down some s'mores. We have the campfire going, and then just settle in and stay warm in the van after a very long day where nothing has gone right, but it has still been enjoyable.
I'm so grateful that this campsite exists, this little holiday park. It feels like we're at a free campsite. It's wild, no one's around us, as you can see. Us in a field next to a river, and if you know that is our vibe. We grabbed a couple of drinks to have around the fire, so I'm gonna enjoy another glass around the fire in Doug's coffee cup. Very classy, very classy.
I didn't have time to find new s'more sticks before the sun went down, so luckily, last night's were still lying around the campsite. I think we'll just snap off the heads and fresh eats.
It is still raining in Marysville. It has not stopped.
3 days straight. Today's the start of the third day. It rained so loudly last night, it woke us up in the van. You know the sound of rain pelting against metal? That's what woke us up. Unbelievable.
I thought that was a leech. I was like, they're back. I still can't drink out of this the same after that leech incident. But if I have a new coffee cup in the next series, you know why.
With all the rain and the debris and the wind, I am so happy that we chose to spend another night here at the Marysville Holiday Park. It's such a nice little campground, especially when you're tucked away all at the back.
I honestly can't believe that we love it so much and it feels like a free camp.
Yeah.
Like, I keep forgetting we're in a caravan park. Like, I don't see any other caravans. Like, they're way down there. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. And I don't know if this would be the experience if you came here or what time of the year we came or any of that.
Yeah, obviously peak season would be different. However, having said that, down the end, as we showed you on the map, down the very end, there's 4 spots down the very end of the park. So even if it was a fully loaded house, there's only 4 spots down the end of the caravan park. If you want to join us for another day in Marysville, we are going to be exploring the center of the town today. So make sure to come and check that out with us.
Yes, I am so excited. We are finally going to the lolly shop today. I'm so excited. We might get another pie. I don't know, that's not on the itinerary, but it's on my personal itinerary to get as many pies as I can before I leave Marysville. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and we hope to see you tuning into part 3, where we explore all the things to do in Marysville and maybe hopefully go to a lookout as well, if the roads will allow it.
Who knows how bad the roads are after last night's storm.
Yeah, we're getting on the road. See you next week.
Bye.
Welcome to Marysville! On a budget! But not really, because we spent $30 on pies.